to day 1 of the 30 Days to a Kick Butt Etsy Shop series / course. I am so excited for day 1. It's going to be a little bit of a thinker. It's going to be a tricky one, especially from my point of view, because there's so many different people watching out there that have so many different ideas. So I'm going to do my best, and I have taken some notes, so I will be glancing down every so often. But let's get started. So if you haven't already, click the link below to download the workbook that goes along with this course, and let's get started. So day 1 is all about basically figuring out what you're good at and possibly what your Etsy shop will be. Now, I am a firm believer that in all of us there is always an idea for something handmade and amazing that we can make, and it's probably something wacky or something that you've thought of before but you've always kind of disregarded as something that's way too crazy for to actually do, to actually make and sell. However, I would like you to bring out all of those ideas, whether crazy or anything else, and essentially print out the workbook and write them down. Now, if you truly have no idea, there's 2 ways that I often like to think for new product ideas in my shop. It can also work for you to think of your Etsy shop. Way number 1 is to just research, just go onto Etsy, have a little browse round, as if you're a shopper, and definitely just make sure to just browse around and see if anything takes your fancy. This could take you quite a long time, but spend a good hour on Etsy, type in something random like elephant and just see what comes up, and scroll through and see if anything literally catches your eye. Go onto the listing, have a little explore. Again, this may take you some time if you've never used Etsy before, but it's a really fantastic way to start to get ideas. You can definitely use the notes section of the workbook. In fact, I would really strongly recommend it to keep note of your ideas. The second way is essentially taking yourself off to a really quiet place, taking some nice deep breaths. Now, there is an exercise that is outlined in the workbook. I won't go through it now, but you can print that off and read it if you would like. Take yourself off to a quiet place where you have no distractions. Get rid of your phone, get your other half or someone to take the kids away, and just sit with yourself. Now, what I like to do is I like to think of all of the different Etsy shops and things that I have seen on my previous exercise, which is just to literally scroll through Etsy, and say them to yourself and see how you feel. If you say knitting and you get filled with this, oh, okay, kind of dread, and you recluse in, and your body language kind of suggests that maybe you can do it, but it would be a lot of hard work, and perhaps your passion wouldn't be behind it, and that's probably a sign that it's not the one for you. However, if you say bath bombs and you kind of sit up and your chest becomes open and you feel excited, you feel light, you feel airy, you feel open, and you start thinking and all these ideas start to roll about colours and scents and things like that, then that's probably a good one to write down as your shortlist and see how that feels for you. Also, a good thing to do is to think about all the things that you enjoyed making as a kid. Were you a crafter with your mum, with your dad, with your grandparents, with your sister, and think about any workshops or craft projects that you've done in the past, and think back to how much you enjoyed it, and think, was it something that I could be seeing myself doing on a daily basis, or just a one-time thing just for fun? Even think about, Christmas is definitely a time when lots of families like to craft. Did you like to bake, make decorations, make your tree, things like that? And just think about the physical aspects of the items that you made then, and also see how they sit with you when you think about them. At the end of this exercise, you may actually be really surprised about the things that you have written down. Now, as I've said before, do not judge yourself. Just let your brain move your hand with the pen and just see what comes out of your big, beautiful brain. Now, put that list to one side. You can sleep on it overnight and just think, just see how you feel. Just think about it. If you are feeling very excited about a couple of really good ideas on your list, and it's probably a really good sign that you have something that is worth exploring. Now, before you move on to the next section, just make sure that you have at least 1 to 3 really good ideas of things that you can see yourself making, see yourself doing. day in, day out, because if your Etsy shop goes full time, that is what you will be doing. So definitely make sure to have those ideas written down, and you know that you have a fantastically clear idea of the type of thing that you would like to sell. So before you move on to the next day's exercise, it's really important to have just picked one. Now this could take you a while, so don't worry. Just before you move on to day 2, just make sure that you have a clear idea in your head of the shop or the type of shop that you want to open. Now, I recommend not being too vague. Just saying a gift shop where you make different things can be a little bit vague. So for example, if you like to make printable art and wooden photo frames and baby decorations for their rooms, that is a very mix of items and it could confuse potential buyers. So I recommend giving it some more time and just thinking of one. And even go on YouTube, look at videos of how to make things and just see how you feel. Your body language can actually tell you a lot about a specific idea. So for the rest of this course, I'm going to be using bath bombs as an example. No particular reason, it's just a genre of products that I've never even delved into before, so I thought it would be fun if we did it together. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up, put a comment below as to what type of product you're wanting to sell, or just put a comment just to say hi. Subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned tomorrow for day 2. See you later guys, bye.